Hello, everybody. Welcome back to CWC 2023. We finished up the quarterfinals just a couple minutes ago, about half an hour ago. But now we have the Mappool Showcase for semifinals. I am Snow Leopard, and I'm joined here by Fui. How are you doing today, Fui?
Hello, doing good. Yeah, pretty good performance by all the teams on the quarterfinals. We will see the stat sheet go up pretty soon, probably after the Semifinals Showcase comes out. But yeah, all the teams performed pretty well, and congratulations to all the teams that have made it this far. I am going to be interested to see what maps end up coming up for the semifinals, because I'm a little nervous. We got a couple really important games to be winning here, right? For all the remaining teams. So, you know, you got to really make sure that you know what you're going to be picking into for this round, especially.
Absolutely, and we can go ahead and get it kicked off with No Mod 1, which is going to be Megara by Lore, Risa Yuzuki. This one is a song under featured artist by Risa Yuzuki, but Lore is not a featured artist yet. Maybe soon. We'll have to see. This will be our consistency no mod pick at 4.5 minutes long, 6.55 star rating.
Exactly, and we're going to have a heavy focus on the conventional 1/4 streams. 4.5 minutes long. That is absolutely insane. We were just joking that, you know, like, imagine a round from now we would see like a 7-minute no mod 1. Just pure ridiculous. Obviously it won't happen, but for a map like this, a lot of players, especially like you know, these teams now, they might get a little bored picking into this, to be honest with you, because 4.5 minutes of this, you know, it's pretty basic patterning. There's a couple wiggles. It's evenly spaced though, so it's not too like complicated.
Yeah, as a consistency pick, you'd imagine it should be fairly consistent most of the way through. Biggest difficulty here going to be, well, maybe not biggest difficulty, but main purpose here going to be it's a nice long map, test the nerves, test the consistency, who can play just some nice standard no mod to the best.
Agreed here. I mean, it's, yeah, to me, like, looking at this now, it's a pretty basic stream map. It's not too complicated. There's no like real unknown patterns here. It's just kind of a little bit of anti-flow, some hyper chains going through, you know, more of a nerve tester, of course, as you said. Nothing really complicated.
Yeah, even stats-wise, keeping it pretty normal. AR 9.6, CS 4.2, pretty standard. Difficulty obviously has gone up with this being a semifinals. I mentioned earlier, 6.55 star rating. So starting to pick up in difficulty for sure, but still, yeah, still a consistency map.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that was a little tech session there that we just seen. Nothing like too crazy that I've seen, but I mean, obviously, if you're not really ready for it, it can catch you off guard, 100%.
Yeah, always good to see Dave coming back with another map. Dave's been mapping for CWC for many, many years now. A bit of a classic to have some Dave maps sprinkled in, so pretty cool to see this coming out for our No Mod 1.
Yeah, thank you, Dave.
Taking a look at the BPMs, we got 180 for this one, and actually most of the no mods are coming right around this 180 mark, plus or minus 10 or 20, so expect this kind of BPM for the no mods. Definitely diverts from that in some of the other pools, but plenty of maps to come.
Exactly, and there's not much else to really say about this map. It's more just, you know, can the players realistically hold for this long, make no mistakes. But of course, you know, as you get into these like later rounds, mistakes are going to be more prominent than ever. But on a map like this, oh, especially that part there, wow, that was crazy. Oh yeah, the disc spike here is actually a lot more insane than I would thought. Wow, there's a lot to miss on here actually.
Yeah,
little tech burst and then anti-flow. Yeah, anti-flow hell, to be honest there. With a lot more spinners as well, I realized. So, I don't know. Do you think we'll see a 6-way FC on this? You really think so?
I think it's possible for some of the top-seeded teams, but unlikely. Definitely unlikely.
I mean, yeah, especially like as we're getting into these later rounds where the consistent picks are going to be getting harder. You know, this kind of plays like maybe a map I could see, maybe a 2 miss on, or a 1 miss for one player on each side.
Yeah, I could see a low miss count for some of the top teams, but definitely gonna be a bit of a struggle for some of the lower seeded teams, perhaps.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's more of like a speed test as well. I don't think we really talked about that. There's a lot of like wiggle density there, especially at that ending where it's just all wiggles and anti-flow, and quite a lot of spinners coming in too. So, gonna be a little bit of a challenge there.
Yeah, rounds it out quite nicely. So that was our Nomad 1 pick. Up next for Nomad 2, it's going to be Anano Kamachi by Ashrount. Or Ashrount, we'll have to see. But yeah, this one going to be mapped by Dave. It is another featured artist. And this time, more of the tech pick.
So going to be mapped by Dave. I think that's Gemzu, actually.
Oh, sorry. Yep.
Yeah, all good. It's you know, obviously the classic technical pick coming in for this round here. Gemzu's usually the one to fill the slot. He's pretty good at it. He's kind of the well-known technical guy of the community, and that's part of why we're seeing him step up for these later rounds here to bring in these real technical picks. Obviously, you know, with Gemzu, you can kind of guess there's a couple things coming on the plate here, and of course we're going to be seeing the anti-flow and a couple of uneven spacings to catch the players off guard. More of just like how well can you control your keyboard type of thing. How well can you press the keys on your keyboard? Right here, we're going to have a couple wiggles that slant in one direction. You know, more of the speed test as well. Some taps coming in as well.
Yeah, a bit of a difference from our previous map. 2.5 minutes long, so a solid 2 minutes less. Same BPM, but now AR 9.7, 6.8 stars. Going to be the highest star rating in the Nomad pool.
Exactly, we're going to see a lot of strange snappings coming in here. A lot of easy places to miss, and there's a quick little tap there as well. Little burst section here, and wow, a lot of crazy anti-flow and precision there. Oh my, there's a lot to be indulged in here.
Yeah, definitely some Gemzu mapping being displayed. What you expect from Gemzu is quite the kind of niche that he fills for us.
I find it crazy that stuff like this is only considered 6.8 stars. I mean, that pattern, that section there looked like it would come from an 8-star map at least, in my opinion there.
Yeah, star rating definitely seems a bit unreliable these days. Just the crazy mapping that we've seen coming out, but gonna be a bit of a difficult one, obviously, for some of our lower seeded teams. Even some of the higher seeded ones might find some struggles. I would expect to see some misses here.
Exactly, I mean, especially we're getting to the end of the map, right? Especially if the players know that this is like near the ending. And there was a break in the map as well, I'm pretty sure. So, I mean, players will be able to see how well they're performing compared to the other team. And, oh wow, these patterns at the ending.
Oh my lord.
Wow. Oh,
wow.
That right there is the Gemzu special right there, cooked up right in front of us and served on a full platter.
Yeah, so definitely keep an eye out for that ending. But up next for Nomad 3, we got Pandora M2U. So this is going to be our gimmick pick, mapped by FD Fluorite. Coming in a bit slower, AR 9.2, 2 minutes long, and 6.45 star rating. So it's the lowest one we've seen so far, but not low by any means. 6.45, definitely nothing to sneeze at.
Exactly. I mean, this is the gimmick pick of the round here. I mean, obviously lower star rating, but do not let that fool you. I mean, we've seen it in the last round as well. Nomad, actually, previous round, the Ghost map made by Minium and Dika. A lot lower star rating, and I think people kind of underestimated it because we did see a couple upsets when people did play the map there. No one to highlight in particular, but there were a couple unfortunate upsets due to that map. But this map is kind of the same thing, obviously, but you know, different style mapping. There's a lot of wiggles at a fairly low BPM. It's obviously higher CS as well, and with the lower AR, you're gonna expect to see a bit of a challenge, especially with these crazy burst sections here coming in. The crazy snapping. Well, yeah, you do not want to be caught up in these. Like, I feel like one miss on this, and you're gonna be missing a lot. Like, it's really hard to keep your catcher in track here, especially if you're missing a couple.
is very different from last week's Nomad 3, but at the same time has that same just intense kind of gimmick aspect to it. Very hard in its own right, despite being a very different looking map. And I do want to point out some clever stuff I saw with the difficulty name being Emerging Demon, capital letters spelling out Eden, though. From our replay, of course, we got demotion. I believe this is motion for the replay.
Yeah, that is a good find by you there. Wow.
It's with the Pandora theme. All right, that was our Nomad 3, so we only got one Nomad left, and that, of course, is going to be our convert pick, which is going to be Amanita by Marmalade Butcher. This one mapped by Camo. I'm going to have an approach rating 9.6 on this, 3.5 minutes long, 5.63 star rating, and CS4, so nothing too crazy on the stats, maybe a little on the long side, but we've seen that with the convert picks, just since there's only the one, to make it a decent length one.
Exactly, and I kind of want to point out, in the previous rounds, like, the converts were very, I wouldn't say, like, very easily, you know, like, with converts, they're very well known for having, like, these specific, like, edge jumps and memory jumps and all of these other like weird things that make a convert a convert. I feel like we didn't really have that too much in the last round. Like maybe we had maybe an edge jump here and there, but I feel like this map has a lot more of those patterns that those convert players are looking for. Like that right there, that crazy stair pattern out of nowhere that no one saw coming, right? There is a memory jump in this map, and there's some harsher hyperspacings coming in as well. Obviously, you don't really know where they're coming in, right? Because a convert's a convert. But, you know, this map has about 2,000 combo in it, so there's a lot of room to miss here. You know, this might be, I feel like, more of a viable pick for those higher end teams, because I feel like there is definitely a lot more potential to get a couple misses in here.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a great pick for those teams that have been really missing the converts this year in the pools. This is very much a convert style map, so this will be exactly what they're looking for.
Exactly, but nothing really too complicated, like out of the blue, other than that crazy stair pattern that came out of nowhere. It's more of just like a really stream-based map with a couple of sudden snappings. You kind of just have to be on your feet here. Stream part coming in the air. That's the good thing about these stream maps here, is that, like, good thing about these Converse stream maps is, you know, they're not like CTB streams where like you have to do a lot of movement. It's just kind of standing still. And oh, what that is? Okay, that is a memory jump right there.
Yes.
People are gonna have to definitely remember that.
Yeah, keep note of that. That was about, what, 1200 combo or so. Kind of a big cross-stream jump. That one, too, could maybe even catch you out. Not quite as far of a jump, but gotta stay on your toes the whole time this map.
Yeah, it's certainly a practice map for sure. Yeah, we're never seeing those like harsher hyperspacings here. A little bit of precision to come in here. Ooh, yeah, right there. Oh.
Something interesting to know is I believe this is the first time Marmalade Butcher has shown up in CWC. Despite being a featured artist and one that I've seen quite a bit of, I actually saw this map and I was like, oh, is this going to be a Bunray map? And I was like, wait, Bunray's the player. Can't be a Bunray map. Of course, it is the convert slot. But yeah, it's pretty cool to see Marmalade Butcher finally included in the CWC map pool.
Yeah, I was a bit surprised myself. I mean, I'm pretty sure a couple of years ago there was a mapping competition. I forgot what it was exactly for, but a couple of players participated, and Dika's map like completely broke the system. I'm pretty sure it had like 17 stars or something, and it was just a normal overdose. I don't know. I thought it was like a little meme in the community for a while. That's kind of what introduced me to Marmalade Butcher.
Absolutely, yeah. Always some exciting stuff to see, but that is going to be the Nomad pool. So we got to move on to Hidden. In Hidden 1, we're going to start out with Monochrome Anomaly by Fairyquitus. VO F9. Not sure what that VO is short for. Voiced by F9, perhaps? But yeah, either way, this one, we're going to start out with a lower AR pick, not super low, but 8.8, 2.5 minutes long, and a 5.78 star rating.
Yeah, I would not be the type of person to be going in for this pick here. You know, you would ideally want your better low AR hidden players to be going in on this, even though it's not like the lowest thing in the world. You know, you definitely want your main hidden players to be slotted in for this, obviously. There's a little bit of irregular spacing as well, which makes it a little bit awkward for those non-hidden players that have to be slotted in for this, which is why I say that again, you need a proper hidden player to be going in for this specific pick here.
Yeah, and also worth noting, I don't think I said the mappers for this one. It is going to be Zizix and AFB doing a kind of collab on this one.
Yeah, Zizix custom map as well.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it too much, but there's going to be a couple other collabs for the rest of this pool. But this is the first one we've seen so far.
Yeah, we see there's a lot of sudden snaps here. It's kind of a little jumpy and a little bursty as well. A lot of sudden movements, and we're actually going to see the miss from the replayer there. I mean, you can't really blame him, can you? I mean, this map just doesn't even look like my cup of tea, to be honest with you. Like, if I have to go in for this, I would guarantee you I would suffer a lot more than what this replayer is now.
Yeah, have you take a guess who you think the replayer is? Name gives a hint.
No, not even here. Not even I know.
I believe this is going to be AFB. All of AFB's replays has just
really?
some random 3 words that start with A, F, and B.
Yeah. That's clever. I didn't even think of that for a second, but you're certainly right because it makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, it's just 3 colors: azure, fuchsia, burgundy. Not even like common colors.
Very clever, Mr. AFB. And a good replay by you for that.
Absolutely. Just a single miss. And that was our hidden 1. Now we're going to go on to hidden 2, which is going to be Shagan Daishi by Kaku P Model. And this one is another collab. It's going to be a Dave and Xerox collab this time around. And this will be the low AR hidden pick at AR 8, CS 4.5, and a star rating of 4.59.
I mean, exactly like Susumu Hirasawa, he is the classic man for these low AR hidden picks. I think, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, we seen Dave do the same thing with the same artist here. But of course, you know, Susumu Hirasawa has always been kind of known for the low AR mapper, or artist of choice, especially with the hidden.
Yeah, often has some really long songs as well, this one being a cut version of the song, so just 2.5 minutes around this one.
Yes, I'm pretty sure XCon mapped the same map before in a different style, but for this style, it's a pretty low, it looks like a low density map here with a couple of like widescreen jumps and such, which we are seeing now actually. Wow, yeah, right there, pulling across the screen.
Yeah, main difficulty here gonna be that AR8 with just some really wide mapping.
Exactly. Oh yeah, we're gonna see these sliders coming in too. Ooh, and a couple 116 wiggles.
Yeah, I feel bad for the hidden players.
Yeah, there's a lot of precision that goes on here.
Yeah, they got the 8.8 AR, now they got the AR8, and they are not easy maps by any means.
Yeah, I'm going to be really interested to see who can actually pull off the FC on this. There's definitely going to be a couple people, for sure, in mind who will probably sweep the floor on this map, but you have to be careful.
Yeah, it's kind of the name of the game this year. Got to stay on your toes.
Yeah, you got to be on the ball, 100%. And I was about to say, that ending looks very mild, but it picks up again. The song, the song is very unrelenting. I was like, wow,
that is action at the end.
Yeah, as I say, wow, that's a very relaxed ending there. Nope, not at all. And we will see the map end, yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you,
that was our
Dave.
hidden 2. Thank you, Dave
And
and
Xerox as
Xerox, for
well.
that. We got something very special that I'm proud to present to you guys now for Hidden 3. We're going to have a video we'll swap over for it, which you know what that means. It's going to be another Osu original, this time Anti-Safety Zone by Mayuke. Alrighty, so that was our Osu original for the semifinals, Mayuke, Anti-Safety Zone. And little fun fact, there's already another scheduled appearance for Mayuke later this year, so keep an eye out for that. You may have to check some of the other World Cups to find it, though.
Yeah, exactly. What an interesting map, by the way. That was that was full of density. I was about to say, like, that might be one of the harder maps of the pool we've seen so far. But then I forgot that the Gemzu map existed as well, and that kind of showed up to par with the Gemzu map a little bit. That's going to be more of the, obviously, less of like the hidden reading and more of like the playing aspect in general. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see a couple non-hidden players, wink wink, participating on this map here.
Little Fuhi gameplay, perhaps?
No, you know, no hints at all.
No spoilers,
but,
no spoilers.
Yeah, of course. But of course, very dense map. But can you really be surprised? I mean, Gigas, you know, he's well known for that stuff. He's been in the community. He's been working at it for quite a while now, and I'm happy to see him, you know, pulling through here for Hidden 3. Amazing.
Yeah, I believe this is his debut, actually.
Yeah, and a very good debut at that.
Yeah, getting to debut on an Osu original, quite the honor. And, like we mentioned, this is the AR 9.3 CS4 hidden map, so with all of that, I think that wraps up our hidden pool, and we can move on to Hard Rock 1, which is going to be Revolution Re-I by Kitamura Eri. Going to be a long one, almost rivaling Nomad 1, coming at 4 minutes, 18 seconds, 200 BPM, and a 6.8 star rating.
crazy. Let me tell you, Snow Leopard. This one has my nerves feeling a little off already, because this already seems like the stream map of the pool by far. We forgot to mention that this is a featured artist map.
Yes, yep.
Coming out here as well. 6.8 star rating. Getting me a little worried here. Creeper is pretty, he's not the most lenient when it comes to these hard rock patterns. We seen it last pool as well, or last year as well with the semifinals, where I think it was finals actually. It was a custom map that he made, and there were insane like far jumps in the map. That was very precise. I don't know. It was a little uncomfortable, and I think we'll see the same thing coming in here. Not the most not the most ideal for the hard rock players, because it's more of just concentration. Can you fully focus in and read for all of this duration of time? Because we have 4 minutes of 1-4 streams, which not even I could probably be able to hold my eyes on this stuff for this long.
Yeah, definitely going to be difficult, and a real test of hard rock ability for the teams that are willing to take the dare and go up against it. Creeper coming in with first map of this weekend, and yeah, good banger. 4 minutes 18 seconds long. One worth pointing out, this is CS4 before hard rock applied, so pretty standard hard rock circle size of 5.46 after hard rock applied. Another interesting thing to note is that this song was actually used as a promotion for, I believe, a mobile game called Kamahime Project A. So, going from the mobile space over to the rhythm game space. Yeah. Well, actually, a lot of rhythm games are mobile-based these days, too, so there's also that.
As for the map, yeah, it's not, it's more of just obviously the focus test. If the patterns aren't anything that no one's ever seen before, it's just, consistency. It's called consistency for some hyper sliders here and there, maybe the occasional hard rock pattern where the hypers fix in between 2 non-hypers. But obviously nothing really crazy, a couple wiggles.
Yeah, overall, just going to be that good consistency pick, 4 minutes long. So either a hard rock enjoyer, or you're going to ban this map, or trade out and get picked.
Exactly.
If you're not a hard rock enjoyer, 4 minutes of 1/4 streams going to be rough.
Especially on more like the patience aspects here, especially like these longer, like 4-minute maps, like no mod, 1 hard rock, 1. Oh, actually, we're seeing this promotion and tragic. This is the guy that no one really expects to miss, but he is human, man. That's, you gotta keep that in mind. But yeah, I think the real challenge here is actually kind of getting through the map, because a lot of these teams just don't like playing these longer maps. Whether they think it's boring, or it's just they're too afraid of nerves or such.
Even just fatiguing, honestly.
Fatiguing as well. Yeah.
But yeah, so that's our Hard Rock 1. Definitely going to be that long consistency pick. Up next for Hard Rock 2 is going to be Takatori Hisho Lunatic Princess by Zune. And now we finally get our Rockma map coming in with a 2.5 minutes long, 5.79 star rating, and CS 4.7 up to 6.11.
Yeah, wow, and Rockma is that type of mapper who's always willing to give these, especially these higher rounds, a challenge, right? He's very well known for punishing a lot of these higher end players with very peculiar patterning, and wow, we're actually seeing it there. Little precision parts. I would be a little bit fearful already just looking into this, because we're only a quarter way through, and this is not looking the most ideal already. Definitely a step up from Hard Rock 1.
Yeah, and to be expected from Rockma, this is, of course, a Toho map. You can just tell immediately by the theme of it, or that it's been, made by Zune. But also, this background we have is not ripped right out of Toho. This one was actually made by Red CXCA, a fellow Canadian player and artist who's, I believe, participated in a couple of the art contests and want to say has won at least one of them. I think I've seen their art in the client before, one of those seasonal arts.
Yes, I'm pretty sure he was successful for the Halloween one. He actually got a badge for it as well.
Yeah, shout out to him for that, and also, of course, a big thanks for providing the background art for this map.
Yeah, I'm not really sure if we pointed this out, but the song name actually translates to "Flight of the Bamboo Cutter." I thought that was a bit interesting as well. But of course, you know, back to the actual mapping. Some long sliders, a couple of like converts type of streams, I guess you could call it, as well as like the stacks with precision. A couple of lower sections where you kind of need to be careful of your movement.
Yeah, we just saw one of those stacks being
wow.
Yeah. I mean, difficult to wiggle those. Probably going to want to just stand them, but that just adds to the precision you need.
Exactly. I feel like
nice long spinner.
Yeah, if we do see a couple misses, I feel like this would be the map to see them on the Hard Rock pool. But I don't know, we haven't seen Hard Rock 3 yet. We'll have to see.
Yeah, we do have Hard Rock 3 left, and that is going to be This Club Is Not For You short version by Emo Cosine, another featured artist. This is our reading pick at just 2 minutes and 12 seconds, but 6.36 star rating and CS 3.8 up to 4.94.
Yeah, already off the bat, I kind of want to point out, I saw some really weird snaps there. Like, they look like hyperwalks. And Dika has mapped a couple hyperwalk maps in the past and got them loved, actually. That's worth pointing out. So, I mean, we could see a little bit of that style coming in for Hard Rock 3, but a couple hop sliders from the looks of it. Little note displacements as well. There's some weird little droplet ticks you have to wiggle if you really want to get the full droplet score.
Yeah, and speaking of Dika being the mapper, he's also the artist of the background. So got another player drawing the background for us. Dika doing it all for Hard Rock 3. So big thank you for him for that. Yeah,
a lot of great effort there. Thank you very much. Okay, these patterns are wow. Okay, yeah. So there's a lot of crazy snaps here. Sudden stops as well.
Yeah, difficulty. This map is not for you. I think that may be correct. It certainly is not for me. Well above my skill level.
Oh. Yeah, especially for the reading club, it is definitely not for you. I mean, put the book down, buddy.
Absolutely.
Down practicing this, because you're gonna need to. You might have to play this in the match.
Yeah, and I'll have to also mention this was mapped in laser. I believe Dika mapped one of the previous round maps in laser as well. So we've been seeing that from a couple of mappers recently, which is interesting.
Yeah, it seems like it's definitely gotten better as well. Because honestly, I could not even tell that this was mapped in laser. But there was a couple of Dika maps in the past. I think Last Resort, his difficulty on Last Resort was a little bit more notable in terms of being obvious that it was mapped in laser because there were a couple issues, but I think he's started to master it now.
Absolutely, yeah. And that rounds out the Hard Rock pool. So up next, we're going to move to Double Time with Vanishing Dream by Soundholic. And this one can be another map from Rockma, not a featured ours, though. This will be the Double Time consistency pick at AR 8.7 up to 10.13.
Yeah, so what was the AR before this got applied to DT?
8.7.
Okay. So it's not too complicated on the reading, but of course, Rockma is not friendly. He does not care. If it's 8.7, he's going to make it hard regardless, right? And we're seeing that right now. A couple dense parts with a couple snaps. Really weird droplet parts as well. where they're kind of out of the norm. Small
Yeah,
little
another
wiggle there.
Another Rockma classic is, of course, this is more Toho music. Doesn't quite sound like it as much as some of the other Toho songs, but it is indeed Toho music, and song wasn't enough. The background should give that away.
Definitely the diehard Toho fan.
Absolutely.
Except, yeah, we are not dodging the fruits here. Do not get that into your heads. We are going to actually catch them all because, yeah, you can't afford to miss on these. And these parts are pretty challenging, though, so if you do miss, I can't blame you. A couple of snappy parts here.
Yeah, this is not bullet hell, but it may be hell to play.
yeah.
Not let up.
Probably a little bit stamina heavy as well, because there's a lot of tapping to do. I don't know if you realized, but the player who's actually been playing this has tapped the dash key more than they have actually tapped their movement keys. So a lot more precision here as well. You know, it could easily get fatigued on the dash key. Got to be careful of that as well.
Yeah. I see now why the song isn't as recognizable as Toho music. This is a remix of a Toho song, so.
Okay, yeah.
Trying to be sly with us, slide it under the radar.
Exactly. Especially as we get further and further into these pools, you'll probably make it less and less obvious. But there will always be Toho references. Maybe we'll see a Toho slider in the editor as well one day.
Yeah. Built-in Toho mud.
Yeah, but obviously not like the most complicated patterning. Like if you know what you're doing, you know what you're doing. You just have to do your job and make your country proud.
Absolutely, yeah. They'll get into semifinals already. Pretty nice for the countries anyway, but, well, at least for most of them. Maybe some of the top teams are striving for a bit more. I'd be a little disappointed leaving at semifinals, but things are definitely picking up.
And an almost 2,000 combo DT. That, to me, is insane. But
yeah,
there will
we got
be
some
teams
more.
to do it.
Yeah, and we got some more spicy things coming up. With Double Time 2, it's going to be Proto Flicker by Silent Room. This one will be a map from Yoshi Green himself. And obviously, Silent Room being a featured artist, Proto Flicker being just a very popular, well-known map. And much shorter now, just a minute 50 seconds, AR 8.3 up to 9.87.
So this one is definitely more of the leading pick for sure. I don't know if you really noticed that, but it actually is extremely similar BPM compared to DT1. But it looks like it's 1/3 snapping instead of the conventional 1/4. So we're gonna have a little bit of a different type of flow for this map.
Yeah, one thing I noticed straight away is that this is a very simple background, which means this week's Yoshi probably not hidden in here. I can't tell you for sure, so don't rule it out, but I'm not seeing where the Yoshi would be hidden, so don't forget there is one Yoshi hidden in the background somewhere every week that you gotta search for.
You really don't know, though. You know, the Yoshi could be hidden in this background, you know, under just a really, really, really dark filter.
True, yeah. Watch this just come back to bite me. The Yoshi was here all along.
No, it's reverse psychology.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, we got the Canadian mapper for Double Time 2. Very appropriate. Canada win.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, this map does look a little uncomfortable in terms of the movement, though. You know, it's one of those more, you know, do I dash, do I walk type of maps. I mean, you can see with the replayer how he's spamming the dash key. Like, it's a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, actually, speaking of the background, I got to mention Yoshi Green actually made the background again. So second time we got the mapper also being the artiste. So big shout out to Yoshi Green for putting that together for us. But we got Double Time 3 coming up already. Eternally Onward by Ardolph. So this one is going to be another collab, this time with Archer and Auto Fanboy, or AFB, and this is Archer's first ever CWC map.
Congratulations to Archer there, by the way. So this is the so we already had three new mappers come in for this pool. We had Zizix, Gigas, and now Archer as well. Congratulations to those three. This is obviously the speed pick of the round. We're gonna see AR 9.1, so those speed lovers are gonna be a little bit more of a fan here. You might see a couple of the top teams definitely picking this one for sure. You do not want to leave this one banned. This is the best of skill for sure for those more higher reading skill level players. But obviously, we're going to be seeing like overdose patterns and stuff, so it's not obviously complicated mapping yet. Still kind of vanilla for the most part.
Yeah, not quite AR11 yet, but it is 9.1 AR up to 10.4, so getting very speedy in there. The Creeper will be very happy to see this one, I'm sure.
Oh, 100%. But I don't think he'll be entirely satisfied. He really wants the 9.4, but he's going to have to wait. You're going to have to get through this round first. But we're going to obviously see those 1/4 dense patterns here. Nothing crazy though. Little micro movements. That's about it.
Yeah, and there we have it. Pretty short one, just 1:31, and we're on to our final double time map. It's going to be Awakened by Thoro. It's going to be a featured artist, and here is our XCon map of the week. Our lowest actually for the double time, 8.1, only up to 9.73.
Yeah, I would personally fear this. XCon is definitely, he is the gimmick guy of the mapping squad for sure. We've seen that last round too. I'm not really sure if anyone exactly FC'd that Nomad map he created, but I did not see any. I seen a couple 970s, but no FCs, and this will probably be the same challenge except for an SS. Definitely a lot more challenging to get an SS here. A couple stacks, definitely a lot more precision as well. All around, you really kind of have to know what you're doing on DT here. Practice is probably going to be needed, without a doubt.
Yeah, this is going to be our gimmick pick. 2 minutes 41 seconds long, and we're pointing out that so Thoro is a featured artist, but this is their first time appearing in any World Cup, not just CWC. So, World Cup debut for Thoro.
Exactly. On the one to do it.
These are some sliders.
Yeah, I really like this gimmick though by XCon here with these little slider wiggles.
Yeah, similar vibes to Nomad 3 from last week.
Exactly, really nice. A lot of the thing is with a lot of these XCon maps, they are very aesthetically pleasing to look at because he has a lot of these really nice ideas that are unconventional, and I like how he presents them on CWC like this because it's definitely the showcase to do it.
Yeah, I think it's gonna leave like a lasting impact on the mapping scene, kind of open up some new ideas that no one really thought of before, for showing that they can be viable, they can be fun. Nomad 3 got picked so much this weekend. I imagine we're going to see some similar stuff here.
Exactly. DT might scare off a couple teams.
That is true, yeah.
And this is a whole new realm, and we're going to be seeing these like really wide jumps here, really easy to kind of miss on, especially if you're going to try to catch these droplets here.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Do you want to catch
these? Going real fast.
Do you want to stand still? I don't know. What do you want? Is it worth the droplet catch, or do you want the FC, right? How bad do you really want it, right?
Yeah, that is some tough decisions have to be made on some of those really wide, fast sliders. There we go. That is the final double time map, rounding out the pool. So up next, we're going to go to Mix Mod, where we actually have 3. And our first one for this week is going to be Goko Saishiki by Rail. So it's going to be the kind of hybrid pick, you would call it. AR 9.4, CS 4.2. We're going to showcase it with Hard Rock, so AR 10 being shown, but it is 9.4 for the other 2 players.
So it's not too bad on the hidden player or the Nomad player. The hidden player realistically should focus on the stacks and the timings on a map like this.
And we got Yumino Himiko to thank for the mapper on this one. Shout out to him.
It's also worth pointing out that the first 33 seconds are not maps, so we do not have a really long intro. So we do have a drain time of 4 minutes. One of those longer picks again. We've seen it for...
we do have a really nice video background for this one, though. So I'll throw it out here right now. If anyone plays this in a match with video on, I'll throw some kind of a bounty out there. You're up to the challenge, just reach out to me. We'll sort something out. Yeah. This is the exact kind of stuff I love seeing.
It feels like sabotage to me. I don't know. Someone will probably do it. You know, let me know what DMs you get later on. I'll definitely be interested because someone will definitely take up that offer. But do you want to do it? Do you want to sit here and watch a 4-minute video? I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to be a particularly rough one too with some of these color snaps.
Exactly, a little bit of blinding lights as well, little flashes, I don't know. Reminds me of that one map back in the day, Strange Program. You used to play it with video, and they had a lot of like little video edits that would screw over the player and make them miss. That's kind of what this reminds me of.
Yeah, it's nice seeing a Royale song coming out though. It's pretty classic for the World Cups to see Royale coming out, or at least in CWC for sure.
Yeah, but not too much to really say about this map. It's pretty basic, you know, obviously nothing like we really seen in DT4. A lot of the standard conventional patterning. A couple of like snappy little drifty parts, but nothing much. You know, you kind of just have to be on your game. Play the maps, make sure you know what you're getting into.
Yeah, you mentioned the drain time earlier because I was just looking at the length and I was like, wait, 4 minutes, 40 seconds, that's even longer than Nomad 1. But no, 33 seconds worth not mapped. So with the drain time into account, not quite the longest map, but pretty close. It's getting up there with Nomad 1.
Exactly, and I don't think have we had a mixed mod yet that has been this long?
I do not believe so. Maybe like high 3, but not into 4 minutes for sure.
Exactly, high 3, I do not think 4. This is going to be one of the longer ones now, and probably... I would see this being picked more often, to be honest. There's a lot more miss potential here. Obviously, with each player being on their individual mods, I would probably bet more on the... Honestly, I'd bet more on the Hard Rock player missing than the Hidden player.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Hidden player shouldn't be too bad. AR 9.4. Be somewhat comfy. I mean, the mapping may be a little difficult for Hidden, but at least you have that going for your approach rate rise.
Yeah, even then, this is pretty Hard Rock friendly. Like, we haven't seen anything really awkward. Obviously, like the map testers do kind of go over the stuff, make sure that there are no really weird Hard Rock patterns coming out, and there are none. So, you know, nothing too complicated for the Hard Rock player necessarily. It's just, you know, more of a reading challenge for them.
Yeah, and we do have the extra mixed mod map to play with. There's gonna be 3 this week, so perhaps part of the thought behind putting a long one in here. Next 2 coming up are going to be a bit shorter. And with that, we have Mix Mod 2, which is going to be Flamenco House by Lapix. And this is going to be a Ken map, and the low AR pick coming in at 8.3 CS4. Will be 2 minutes, 21 seconds.
Yeah, so this is the low AR pick here. You know, get your low AR hidden player out for this one. Not as long, definitely half in size as Mixed Mod 1. 2 minutes 21. So definitely not as bad on the hidden player per se. A couple of unconventional patternings here, but nothing crazy out of the norm yet. Looks to me like it's more of a movement control map, you know, with like the occasional stream, but
Song is definitely a banger there. I'm liking it a lot so far.
Oh yeah, the first lap.
I think Ken doing a great job here, kind of mapping the different sounds of it. It's a fast, wiggly kind of vibe, and we're getting a lot of those mixed in with some of the longer, wider jumps.
Exactly. I think that's what'll make it such a challenge for the hidden player, especially.
Yeah.
These wide jumps and then these crazy hyper sliders with all these snaps. It's a lot to kind of keep into consideration. Ooh, I like that part. Ken does seem to enjoy mapping these type of songs a lot more, though, because of the expression that he's well known for.
Yeah.
He seems a lot more better on these songs with this type of expression. Ooh, those sliders are yeah, not for the faint of heart. Oh wow, and a little bit of wider wiggles too.
Yeah, this map is going to be really great for some teams and just like really not good for others.
Yeah.
Special skill sets, but if you have them, then this is the right map for you. But if you don't have them, don't worry. We still got one more mixed mod map for you. It's going to be Flux Turbulenti by OK. This one mapped by JBH, aka JB Hyperion. Will be the high CS pick, so CS 4.8 up to 6.24 being displayed for Hard Rock.
Exactly, we're going to be seeing the replayer here, www. Is it the real one, though, or is it just someone who named themselves as www, aka Connor, to make him look better than he is? I don't know. You think this is the real Connor playing this map, or?
I don't know. Is this the real Slim Connor? Can he please stand up?
Yeah, but it does not seem like he can stand up because he is not here, so therefore probably someone else has played this for him. We'll have to see anyways.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, a little bit more of a higher CS pick though. We can see off the bat with the Hard Rock, like this is a lot smaller than the other two, especially Mixed Mod 1. It's about the same time as Mixed Mod 2, 2 minutes 39 seconds. You know, obviously it's going to be harder for the Hard Rock players because of the CS and a couple of those really wacky sliders. But of course, you know, with those wider spacings, you know, as the Nomad and Hidden player, you do have to watch out as well, right? Because they can catch you up as well. Like, these are not the Hard Rock patterns. These are patterns that are being played for Nomad and Hidden as well.
Yeah, and you might be asking, who is this artist? OK, which I think is actually 0K. I'm looking at it, and that is actually Absolute Zero, which used to be a BN for Oscatch. So, went from BN to music artist. So
that is really
cool
nice
to see this song.
You know, those past players helping out with music creation. That's really nice to see.
Yeah, it makes a lot more sense when I was like, why is there a space in OK? It's because I think it's 0K for 0 Kelvin, aka Absolute Zero.
Oh yeah, very clever naming. We're seeing the mist come out there from Pretend Connor there. A couple of jumpy parts, some slight wiggles, but you know, it's more of just the CS challenge of the Mixed Mappool. All right, well, Snow Leopard, are you ready?
Yeah, we
ready
got
for
just
the big deal.
One map left. It's going to be another Laptix map. It's going to be You Are Beautiful. We have a three-way collab on this one. Nyam, Gigas, and Jera Yagtama. Oh my lord, that background.
What a background, am I right? No Kuroi, I'm not sure if he's in the chat, but No Kuroi would be loving this background. As an average SpongeBob fan. This is like the real Sigma background per se. Definitely want to see Germany go to tiebreaker on this. But anyways, a little bit of a lower SR map. Not sure if you noticed that. 6.74 stars. But you do have to keep in mind, this is mapped by Minium and Dika.
We'll find a way.
Oh, no, Yuri Yagatama, my bad. And so, you know, these people are well known more for the lower SR mapping, right? They make them still really brutal, so I'm not going to be surprised to see this map diff spike in a way that, you know, doesn't really inflate the star rating.
Yeah, it's actually a lower star rating than last round's tiebreaker, but gotta keep an eye out for it. Oh, there we go. It's gonna start getting difficult.
Oh, wow.
They'll find a way. They'll find a way.
It's a little deceiving, yeah.
Yeah, this one's gonna be air 9.7, 5 minutes, 12 seconds.
Wow.
And as we mentioned, 6.73 for the star rating.
Getting into these really wiggly anti-flow parts, and oh wow, we're gonna see the little burst there, the little wiggly burst. Some 1/8s coming in here. Hyper sliders. Oh, we're getting into the real techie type of patterning. Oh yeah, a couple snaps. I do not know how these guys managed to squeeze out these patternings and have it 6.7 stars. That is beyond me. But wow, there was a lot of density going on here. A couple complicated snappings. Ooh, oh yeah. Doesn't look too tight there. That type of burst, but can catch you off guard.
Yeah, we got a very interesting difficulty name for this one. It's GG Yummy Tammy's Mesmerizing Collaboration, which apparently the GG is for Gigas, Yummy is kind of a play on Minion, and Tammy is for Jerry Agtama, of course.
Because it comes from OpenAI, so they must have plugged this map in and said, hey, hey, can you give us a difficulty name that includes Gigas, Minium, and Yuri Katama? And they're like, oh yeah, we got the perfect one for you.
AI cook on this one.
Exactly, yeah, no, you know, who let the OpenAI cook exactly? Because I mean, this is pretty damn memorizing. You got to give it to them. Really well done mapping by them. Oh wow. Yeah, you do not want to let these guys cook up the Krabby Patty for Grand Finals tiebreaker, because don't know about you, but a 7-star Grand Finals tiebreaker would be crazy to see.
It's scary.
Yeah, very scary and menacing.
Mom, come pick me up, I'm scared.
Yeah, come pick me up scared. 7 stars, maybe a couple edge dashes would be expected, but don't think you want to see that for the Grand Final tiebreaker. Anyways, a couple little small little difficulty increase parts here. I'm gonna expect it to get really hard at this ending here. This kind of feels like more of just the build up to introduce you to the patterning before it kind of just hits you at full scale.
Yeah, we got about 1/4 left to go. This is right where the mappers like squeezing in some extra spicy stuff. Want to leave the true ending a little more calm, but right before it, gonna hit you with that difficulty spike, and here is that build up.
100%, it's definitely coming. You can see the storm is definitely brewing. A couple little unconventional patternings. Oh, here we go.
Okay.
It's starting to brew. It's starting to brew.
A warning shot.
I like that warning shot, and we're gonna be seeing those stream patterns. What the? Wow. Here we go.
Brutal kind of wiggle jumps here.
Exactly. I mean, if you are the Gemzu fan, if you are like the person who loves playing these Gemzu maps and you're good at them, this is the tiebreaker that you want to be slotted in on, because I mean, I will guarantee you will probably perform better than most other players.
Yeah, this is what happens when you take 3 mappers and say, try to replicate Gemzu. See what you can do.
Who knows, maybe they put the OpenAI to the test and they let the OpenAI map it themselves. Maybe this is a little cover-up. We don't know. Maybe that's why we have Plankton in the background and there's 4 instead of 3. We don't know.
Yeah. Take out all the weaknesses, SpongeBob down.
Exactly.
And not the combo down.
Can you kill the SpongeBob of this round? I don't know. Can you conquer the Patrick Squidward, Mr. Krabs Plankton collab? Plankton being OpenAI as SpongeBob. I don't know. Can you do it?
Hard to say. The replayer certainly could, though, but of course that is motion. So, can you be motion is the question of the day. But with that, That is the yeah, we can wrap things up. That is going to be the end of the showcase. That is our full pool. So really exciting stuff. We had another Osu original from Mayuke. We had a lot of first appearances for many mappers, and yeah, slight extension of the pool. We got a double time 4 and a mixed mod 3 now, but plenty of exciting stuff. We also had the debut of Fuhi for these Mappool showcases. So thank you for coming and commentating with me.
Yes, of course, my pleasure.
And with that, we'll get that map pool released out to you guys lickety split. And till then, we'll see you next weekend. So thank you guys all and take care. We'll see you next weekend.
Yeah, best of luck. Find the Yoshi, by the way. Don't forget about that Yoshi.
Don't forget the Yoshi.